So in this video, we're driving on a stretch of road coming up to a playground zone, and we can see here on the side there is a parent with a child walking on the road, and there's no sidewalk on this side of the road. And so that's already a clue that there are children present on the stretch of road, and we're coming up into an official playground zone, right? The kid with the ball as well as the 30 attached below it. And we're getting overtaken by a vehicle here at a significant speed. I guess they just don't want to wait or go to 30 in this zone. But the reason this is really important is because it's a kid that is struck by a vehicle at 30 kilometers an hour has a much higher chance of recovery versus at 50 kilometers an hour. Okay, so that additional 20 kilometers an hour makes a huge difference in terms of whether someone is seriously hurt and whether fatality happens or not. So I don't know how these drivers here are calculating that risk to reward ratio. And of course, they would have seen the same thing we would have seen here moments ago is, hey, there are kids present in this area. And so, I mean, how much time did you save? At 50 kilometers an hour, you're going about 13 meters a second. 20 kilometers less is about 60% of that speed, right? So maybe instead of 13 meters per second, you're going 8 meters per second. Whatever it is, the way sometimes students tell me 30 kilometers an hour feels really slow. And I ask them, do you think if you were to run behind a car as I was going 30 kilometers an hour, would you be able to catch up with me? And they say no. So, it's all about our perspective. Within a car, sometimes we feel that something is really slow. But in terms of walking speed or running speed or even biking speed, 30 kilometers an hour is quite fast still. And it's not forever, right? They would have been inconvenienced for a matter of few seconds. So this sign here denotes the end of the playground zone. So we just passed it right about here at 45 seconds into the video. And if I rewind and just see where that playground zone began, this was actually a pretty long stretch of a 30 zone. But so this is at 23 seconds into the video. So the duration of the 30 zone was 22 seconds, not much longer than a red light that you might be waiting at a large intersection. So it just comes down to a matter of perspective of this driver. What is their patience allowing for? And then of course we're coming up to a garbage truck here, and when we're doing a maneuver like this, we need to make sure that we signal and shoulder check before we come into the oncoming traffic side. And notice what the student did here. They came up here and they were a bit hesitant to go around the corner, and fair enough, there was a bit of a bend in the road, but we could see enough down that road to see that it's clear. But there's no point at this point getting really slow and moving super slow as you're trying to pass this garbage truck. So you do want to try to pass at a speed that allows you to overtake this vehicle. And I think part of the hesitation was they realized this truck started moving again, and so they weren't sure if they're going to continue here or not. Again, one of the clues here is to see how many garbage bins are up ahead and how many more they would have to wait for. So you can see there's 2 or 3 more, so we know it's going to be stop and go with this truck, so it would be okay to go around them here. But again, the point of the video here is not overtaking this vehicle here. It was about the behavior of this vehicle here that felt that 30 is too slow.